All right, family. The United States and NATO have banter going on right now. NATO, they have already made their stand very clear to the United States. I'm going to play that video. And the United States also made their stand clear to them. Now, Iran on the other side is making their stand also clear how they want the war to end. It's crazy, right? Like they are telling the whole world that the war needs to end in this particular way. And I'll play you a couple of videos for you to understand how this thing is played. Look, the United States of America, these people who attack Iran, they planned and calculated the attack correctly. They didn't miss anything. But they miscalculated what they were expecting after the attack. How Iran will retaliate or reply the attack. They never expected this thing going on right now. They miscalculated Iran, how Iran is going to retaliate. Watch this video. And after watching the video, that's the first video. Tell me if this is the voice of somebody who is winning. Listen to this.
And remember, they got all of those missiles. And I heard they were sending missiles to UAE. I said, that's strange. You know, UAE is like the banker for Iran. They're like the banker. Qatar, their neighbors, they got along okay. Saudi Arabia. All of a sudden, Kuwait is getting hit. Bahrain is getting, all these countries are getting hit. There was no expert that would say that was going to happen. It's not a question of like, gee, should you have known? And if we did know, big deal. I mean, we have to do what we have to do.
No expert was able to tell them that this is going to happen. They miscalculated Iran because, you see, he said UAE is like a banker to Iran. So they were not expecting that Iran will hit UAE. And Qatar and all these people in the region, I mean, they are good friends. So militarily, you will say that, oh, I mean, they are not going to do anything to the neighbors. Military bases, they can attack them because attacking the military base technically means that you are attacking your neighbors. So they are not going to do that. At least they are getting along very well. So they miscalculated. And when they launched the first attack, then Iran entered all those countries immediately. That is why I said they never expected. He proved it that they were not expecting this. Now, look at the voice of Donald Trump. Does this one look like somebody who is winning? Oh, the military is gone, their navy is totally obliterated, and their navy is gone, their aircraft is gone, their ships under the water. He's frustrated. Now,
God have
Donald Trump is calling NATO to get involved. And according to Donald Trump, if they don't get involved, they are going to be affected because of the fact that the Strait of Hormuz has been closed. That is according to Donald Trump. But when Donald Trump, the United States, they are saying that the Strait of Hormuz has been closed, I mean, Iran is saying different thing altogether, all right? Now, this is what Donald Trump said in regards to this particular thing. Let's listen to that quickly. Iran is saying different thing. Donald Trump is also saying different thing. Iran is also saying different thing. According to Donald Trump, others should get involved quickly. He was calling them to get involved militarily, forgetting the fact that there are other ways to resolve issues in that era without involving military. You can have diplomatic way. If I'm not at war with Iran, I can diplomatically try to solve the situation so that I can have passage. Those who are at war with Iran, then you face your problem over there. But he was calling them to get involved militarily. Then this is what he said.
And we strongly encourage the other nations to get involved with us and get involved quickly and with great enthusiasm. I have that from a number of them, and I'd like to say their names, but frankly, I don't know if they would want me to or not, because maybe they don't want to be targeted. But I say, wouldn't matter if you're targeted or not, because this is a paper tiger that we're dealing with now. It wasn't a paper tiger 2 weeks ago. It's a paper tiger now.
Donald Trump is saying that they should get involved because this is a paper tiger they're dealing with. Paper tiger simply mean that, like, let's say the people look powerful, but they are powerless. That's just what Donald Trump is saying. They look powerful, but they are powerless. Okay, that is just what he's saying. That so they should get involved. Technically, we have already weakened them, so you can get involved, and they shouldn't be afraid of being targeted. But that is the fear of other NATO countries that he's calling that they should get involved. the fear is that when you get involved, I mean, then the banter become yours. He called France, UK, all of them, and even a non-NATO member was called. China, like this, they say China should get involved. After Donald Trump made this call, the people were not responding to him. They were not responding whether they are going in or not. They are giving the attitude of, we will not go. You understand? So I think a private call-up, engagement behind, they are like, we are not going to go. I think this happened before the defense minister of Germany came to give a speech, on behalf of all NATO regarding this. I'll play that speech, but after they give the attitude of we will not, this is what Donald Trump
said. We don't need anybody. We're the strongest nation in the world. We have the strongest military by far in the world. We don't need them. But it's interesting. I'm almost doing it in some cases, not because we need them, but because I want to find out how they react. Because I've been saying for years that if we ever did need them, they won't be there. Not all of them, but they won't be there. I was very surprised with the United Kingdom, because the United Kingdom, 2 weeks ago, I said, why don't you send some ships over? And he really didn't want to do it. I said, you don't want to do it. We've been with you. You're our oldest ally. And we spend a lot of money on NATO and all of these things to protect you. I mean, we're protecting them. We're working with them on Ukraine. Ukraine's thousands of miles away, separated by a vast ocean. We don't have to do that, but we did it. Well, Biden did it. I mean, I have to be honest with you. Biden got taken to the cleaners. But we worked with them in Ukraine. We don't need to work with them in Ukraine. And then they tell us that we have a mine ship around, and they don't want to do it. I think it's terrible. No, I was very surprised. I told him, we requested 2 aircraft carriers, which they had, and he didn't really want to do it. And then right after the war essentially ended, meaning they were obliterated, he said, I would like to send the aircraft carriers. I said, I don't need them after the war has ended and won. I need it before the war. So I was very upset not upset, I was not happy with the UK. I think they'll be involved, yeah, maybe. But they should be involved enthusiastically. We've been protecting these countries for years with NATO, because NATO is us. You can ask Putin. Putin fears us. He has no fear of Europe whatsoever. He fears the United States of America and the military that was built by me in the first term. Yeah.
Chairman made it clear that NATO is us. I've been saying that, I think from the beginning of my video creating and awareness, I always put it on live session, video recording or whatever. I always made the point clear that NATO is US. Just understand it like that. But somehow, anyhow, it looks like the NATO members are tired. They are tired of being controlled. They are tired of being dragged into something that they are not interested in. Now, after Donald Trump made this comment and then he's pressuring, I think almost all of his speech about the NATO members, that he's calling that they should get involved, and the people he's calling that they should get involved so that they can open the Strait of Hormuz. These people, technically, he always lay emphasis on UK. Now, the defense minister came out and then gave a speech in reply to Donald Trump, and this is what he said. Very interesting, right? After watching this video, I'll play you what the Iranian foreign minister replied to this particular banter between NATO, and the United States. Come and help us open the Strait of Hormuz and things. That's why I said from the beginning that they are saying different things, that the Strait of Hormuz has been closed to everybody, but the foreign minister of Iran is saying different things altogether. So something is not clear. It's just a way of dragging people into the banter, all right? Listen to this.
We are ready to ensure safe passage through the Straits of Hormuz diplomatically. However, there will be no military participation.
Bam.
We stand by our commitments, and we are fulfilling our alliance tasks, particularly on NATO's eastern flank and in the high north.
What does the world expect? What does Donald Trump expect from, let's say, a handful or 2 handfuls of European frigates in the Strait of Hormuz that the powerful American Navy cannot accomplish there alone? That's the question I ask myself. And before we make a decision, outside of NATO territory, by the way, we would need both an international framework and a mandate from the German Bundestag. I would think about that very carefully before we take that step. And I see absolutely no reason to do so. It's not our war. We didn't start it. We want diplomatic solutions and a swift end.
So they are using the same message Donald Trump passed when he came on board, telling everybody that the war in Ukraine is not his war. It is Biden's war. They are telling you that the one you started in Iran is not our war, it's yours. Now, look at it this way. You are calling the people to come so that they can help with the passage of goods through the Strait of Hormuz, all right? And the people say, okay, we are going to do it, but we will do it diplomatically. We will not intervene militarily. There are other ways to do it. Why do you want us to do it in one particular way? Because they will negotiate with Iran and their goods and ships will pass through. Yours will not pass through. Anything that concerns you and your son over there in the Middle East will not pass through because you have decided to take military way. Those who want to go through diplomatic channel will have their ships passing through. So you are alone in this. And Donald Trump is like, we don't need them, we don't need them. Actually, I just want to check how they will behave, how they will react, The child play. We want to now this is what one question the guy asks is that what do you want from two harmful, countries to come and help you in the Strait of Hormuz that the powerful navy and the powerful army of the United States cannot do? That's a jump right there. Letting him understand that you say you are powerful. So then what do you need us? You understand? You don't need us. The Iran foreign minister also asked the same question. This is it.
They are asking other countries to come and help them, so that the Strait of Hormuz remains open, which, of course, from our perspective, it is open. It is only closed to our enemies, to those who carried out unjust aggression against our country and to their allies. We have not sent any message. We are not asking for a ceasefire. But this war must come to an end in a way that it will not be repeated again.
This is what I love about this statement. Like, the end part of the statement is what I love. The war needs to end in a way that it will not be repeated again. It shouldn't be something like that happen during the first one. And then we have a deal, and then we start talking, and then everything just went like nothing happened. No. And then you attack again. This time, you will be frustrated to the level where you will think twice before attacking. So it needs to end in a way that yourself, if you tomorrow, if you even in your dream you will plan to attack Iran, you will not. So that is what the minister is saying. All right, forget all the jab that their military is gone, their navy is gone, look, the impact is both ways. The only difference is that the asset of the United States is hit in the region, and while their son is hit directly. The United States in particular as a nation was not hit. That is the only disembar. It created a massive hole in their economy and then damage to their infrastructures abroad. All right, although the country is not hit, but well, whichever way, the impact of this by Iran is being felt to the level where they need reinforcement. The great America need reinforcement. You see, they never expected this to come to this. They miscalculated what they were expecting. To attack is free. You can go in and attack any country at all. But the thing is that how they will retaliate is a different thing altogether. You see, Donald Trump said from the beginning that they were not expecting that Iran is going to hit those countries over there. So to them, they are protected. But guess what? Iran have been warning them that always give them the warning that if you attack us, your base in the region will be attacked. They thought it's a joke. The reason why they thought it's a joke is because you are getting along very well with these people in the region. So this is unexpected reply, and it changed everything. Now they are the one calling for surrender, ceasefire, surrender, ceasefire, surrender, ceasefire. Iran say, we are not asking for surrender, we are not asking for ceasefire. The war will end, but it will end in a way that next time you will think twice before attacking us. Iran understand the interest of the United States, and they know where they will hit, and then it will make a lot of impact on them. And that is what they are doing. They are fighting strategically. You see, Iran is going strategically. Of course, their leaders are dead, but still, the structure that the United States is against, that structure is solidly available and is not broken. NATO members, I watched the one interview of the foreign minister where he's saying that a lot of countries call them trying to go diplomatic way so that their ships will pass through the Strait of Hormuz. So they are having that conversation, including, you see, I suspect that France said it that they are not going to involve, militarily and all that. I believe that Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, will be having diplomatic talk behind closed door with Iran to make sure that their ships, have smooth passage and all that. I believe that. So, family, you want to go militarily, we want to go diplomatically. The goal is one, to open the Strait of Hormuz for goods to pass through. So there are two options. We take the other one. You continue with your military attack. We will continue with our diplomatic engagement. Please hit the like button for me. See you in the next episode. Respect.